Hello, it's me. Do, 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 do. Ah, just felt like an impromptu live today, and it's no rules Saturday, except for my rules. But nobody's listening as I say this. I thought if anybody wants to come in and talk about anything, feel free. Um, we usually don't talk about other channels much, but anybody wants to bitch about another channel, here's your chance. You want to bitch about me? Take a chance. You want to bitch about politics? Let's go for it. I'm already tired of Trump too. Come on, come on. Here's your chance. I'll wait a couple minutes, see if anybody comes in. If not, I'll go back to watching Person of Interest. Do, 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 do. And if you're paying attention, you notice I don't have the hat on because it doesn't sit good whenever I have the headphones on. Although if nobody comes in, I don't need the headphones because I won't have to be listening to anybody else. I just have to talk to myself. So, yeah, Trump being his usual brilliant self, blamed the helicopter airplane crash on diversity hiring for no good reason. Trump's firing all sorts of government workers for no good reason. He's closing down all kind of programs for bad reasons. But nobody is finding me, so it doesn't matter. Can't believe anybody would have something better to do on a Saturday afternoon. And again, I'll give it a couple more minutes. Finkel did a panel yesterday. It attracted a lot of geniuses like Todd and Brick and Bips. I must admit, when I first went up, I played the ass a bit just to annoy GS. Amazingly, that moron Brick wasn't too bad through most of it. I was going to go and get clips from it to put out. I don't know if I'm going to get to that or not. There were some good moments. I actually missed the first part of it where Finkel wanted to talk about, I think it started off as Trump. I got in there just as they were finishing that part up, and then him and Toddler were doing a Bible study, which bored me. I found it interesting. Todd started off by saying, I will admit I don't know a whole lot about the Bible. But then he would keep quoting these passages and saying, so what God meant by this was, yeah, Todd, we care about your view on these things. So, doesn't really look like anybody's interested in coming in, but I will still. I want to show something I saw on Facebook. Somebody took a picture at the FBI Academy and sent it to the New York Times under condition of anonymity. And this is the picture at the FBI Academy. They are repainting the walls. Now you can see there's enough of it left there to show you what the wall used to be. It was promoting things like fairness, leadership, compassion, diversity. No, 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 we can't have that. So they're just painting it all over, because you do not want the FBI to be thinking about things like that. Yay, Trump. I will just mention you people voted for him. I didn't. So, anybody else? Anybody got anything at all to talk about? Come on, now's your time to air your complaints. Nope. Nobody? Okay. Well, I tried. I see it's coming up on 8 minutes. I'll give it to the 10-minute mark, and then I'll just shut this down. I will. I know they say you shouldn't punch down, but I had somebody the other day do a short video about me, calling me a bully. Now, my name has for a long time mentioned being a tyrant. But the thing I liked about this idiot making his little video? First of all, the guy is a fucking liar. He just hates that I know it. But anyway, he goes in there. One thing I do not like is bullies. I will always stand up to them. Well, tell me this, STD58, you pathological liar, you. If you think I'm a bully, and if you think you've seen me bully other people, why is it that you didn't have the balls to stand up to me before this? It was only because I made a stupid joke about you going to bed early. Hey, Biscuits, how are you doing? And yes, I agree with you. The country is in trouble. I think Trump is even worse than many of us feared he would be. I just saw another thing today. He was making these stupid comments about California not turning the water on or something like that. And And he said he'd sent the army in there to turn on the faucet. And apparently what it was the Corps of Engineers was turning back on some pumps that had needed repair. But now I just saw today that when they went in there, they flooded a bunch of farmland without warning the farmers it was going to happen. Once again, way to go, Trump. I saw Finkel did a thing yesterday where supposedly 20,000 government workers were told to either resign or they would be fired on Monday. Now, you know, they didn't go through and do an exhaustive study to decide who was not doing their job or whatever. Yeah. I mean, the thing that amazed me the most about Trump is how the hell he gets so many people to vote for him. How can you not listen to him and know that he's an idiot that doesn't know what he's talking about? How many times have you heard him say things like, oh, yeah, nobody else realized how complicated healthcare is. Fuck you talking about? Everybody knows how complicated it is. Still waiting for him to come up with that plan that he was going to introduce 2 weeks after he was elected the first time. He's always going to announce a plan. I'm going to do it on my first day. Well, we're going to do it tomorrow. You roll back protection to keep drug prices. Yes. Biden put in a thing to lower the price of insulin and to allow Medicare to negotiate prices. Trump's like, no, we can't have that. And yeah, I saw put into his press secretary yesterday said that they're going after these foreign fentanyl producers, and that tens of millions of Americans have died from fentanyl. So I saw somebody looked at the CDC statistics, and in a 10-year period, from 2013 to 2023, it was like 1.4 million Americans died from drug overdose of all types. But somehow the Trump people think tens of millions of people died just from fentanyl. They just make crap up. And him and his stupid fucking tariffs that he keeps saying is raising money for us from other countries. If we put a tariff on a product coming in from France, then France has given us money. And he doesn't seem to understand, no. The people who have to pay that tariff is the American company that's buying the product, which means they now have to sell the product at a higher price. So who is the tariff getting the money from? The American consumer. Like I said, you people voted for him, not me. Yeah. Trump and his idiocy about making Canada the 51st state. And he said they should want this because they'd get better health care. Really, Trump? Well, right now, the American health care program is what people like to call Obamacare. So are you admitting that Obamacare is good? Uh, I was going to go through and find all kinds of little Trump things and bring them in, but it's just not worth it. He's a loser, baby. Again, I don't know why so many people think he's great. People say, oh, we need him. He's a good businessman. How many times has he been bankrupt? Plus, he's a tax cheat. He was always cheating subcontractors, and you get people go, well, that's just smart business. Is that the kind of guy you want to go to business with? And the only reason people think he's a brilliant businessman is because he says, I am a brilliant businessman. Guess what, folks? I am an oncologist. I know all about cancer. Trust me. I said it. It must be true. Yeah, I know. I keep wait. Well, some people are already noticing that he's not really about them. But so many of them are so stupid, and they just can't admit it. So anything that goes wrong, he's going to keep blaming the Democrats, even though the Republicans have both houses of Congress right now. But somehow it'll be, Biden's fault. If anything good happens, then it'll be, oh, look what I did. But, you know, some of the cuts he made the other day were in the FAA and the NTSB. I guess we know we don't need them, right, after the last couple of days? He's locked various departments out of their servers so they can get it. God. It's another guy I never understood what people loved about him. I never did like that jerk. And they think he's a genius. He's a money man. He knows how to make money and stuff, but he didn't invent that automobile or anything else. He hires people. I mean, if you like his product, yeah, he has a good company, I guess. But he didn't do anything. I don't know why they think he's so brilliant. He's like Trump, too. He did not, he's not self-made. He inherited his wealth. Wasn't NLRB, so, oh, yeah, of course, because who does that benefit? All those morons that voted for him? Nope. How do people not understand that all he really cares about is himself and, as an extension, his billionaire friends? His tax proposal. He wants to once again lower the income tax rate on the top 5%. And how's he going to make up for that? By raising the rate on people who make less than $350,000 a year. So yes, people, he cares about you. Yeah, I know. I always said that, isn't it funny how the whole we want to take our country back. They never did say who they wanted to take it back from, but we want to take our country back started when a brown guy got elected. And they always say, oh, you people want to make it about race. It's about race. I don't think Kamala was necessarily a great candidate, but I really think what most of those people hated about her was she was a woman and a minority. Hello, Howard. Yeah, Musk inherited what was it, an emerald mine from his father. Again, like Trump, he inherited his wealth. It's not like someone. God, I can't think of his name. Like the Microsoft guy, Gates. Love him or hate him, but he started off with nothing and built from that. Most of those tech guys were just middle class people. They didn't inherit $50 million and then brag about making it 100 million. Okay. I don't know if people will get this or not. So I guess I should say plain, I hate Trump. Never did. By the way, I didn't like Trump before he even went into politics. Just seeing who he was always so self-centered and self-promoting. I saw somebody post on Facebook today, if you don't like the way the country's being run, move to another country. I replied, simple question. Did you say this during the Biden or Obama administrations? Isn't it funny how people get all upset when it's their guy people are talking about? Started with Reagan Union trickle down. Yep. Yep. And they still try to promote trickle down. Well, if we give a tax break to the rich, then that's going to help the people below them. They're going to be spending that money, hiring more employees and that, which is bullshit. The rich already have everything they need. Their companies already employ everybody they need. You give them more money, all they're going to do is either put it in the bank or spend it on vacations in Europe. It's not going to help us regular people. Oh, by the way, I put this up at the beginning. I didn't pin it, so I'll put it up there again in case anybody's out there that wants to come up for a while, but I think I'll probably be taking off pretty soon anyway. I just felt like venting. I thought I'd get people a chance to vent a little bit. I did stream this to the two channels, my own and to Chat and Play. And usually with Chat and Play, we stay away from controversial stuff. But, today is fuck it Saturday. People are annoying me more than usual, so I thought I'd come on here and say fuck them all. The thing about Trump is, too, he's just going to get worse. Just the fact that he got reelected, well, it's not really reelected since he wasn't the incumbent, but elected again. In his mind, he says, okay, everything I did the first time then was okay. So I can go back and just be even worse. And he's surrounded himself with worse people. The first time around, he had some people join his cabinet and stuff because they thought, oh, okay, we can go in there and be the voice of reason. But they realized there was no reasoning with that idiot. By the way, I loved the clip of him meeting Gavin Newsom the other day because, Trump, he always does this thing. He seems to want to be physically imposing. And you'll see where he'll shake hands with people and he'll grab it hard and like pull them towards him. So Newsom grabbed his hand and he didn't let him do it. I don't know. Hey, and another one. How about the Episcopal bishop that now all the MAGA heads are up in arms? How dare she? How dare she tell the President of the United States to please take into consideration the poor people and the needy? How dare anybody preach? Like I said, she upset them because basically she said WWJD. What would Jesus do? And all these fine patriotic Christians are like, oh my God, how could she do that? And she didn't even say to him, you're a bad person, you're doing something wrong. All she said was, please in the future, take this into consideration. Anyway, I guess that's all I need for now. Thanks for those of you who came in. Thanks, Biscuit and Howard, for adding to the conversation. I guess I'll go on about doing other useless stuff. See you later.
And that's the way it is.